Hello, after a 7-hour drive that should have been 6 hours, but with a dog and with lots of construction and standstill on the highway. That's always fun. Hello from my old stomping grounds in Chicago. I am currently at my sister's house. We drove to Chicago today because my almost 10-year-old son is going to sleepaway camp, overnight camp, Sunday morning for 4 weeks. First of all, I've been processing this one for a long time. First of all, how is he old enough? Second of all, I'm gonna miss his birthday. I'm not gonna be with him on his birthday. I know he's gonna have the time of his life. And I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to send him. He's going with all of his cousins who are there. He has 4 cousins that will be there. It's an all-boys camp in northern Wisconsin. So we're in Chicago, pack the duffels. I just want to shout out to all the single moms because let me tell you, packing 2 huge duffels with a 2-page packing list that camp sends you I didn't even have enough socks and underwear. It's a thing when you're trying to also be a parent and run a business. Whoosh! I had to call in the troops to help me, but we did it. We did it, and I'm excited. So as you know, for those of you who pop on here every Friday, come on at whatever time I can, and I talk about whatever pops up into my mind. We had some matches. We had our first single mom match in so long. Praise be. I was so excited to see that, and she's been waiting for quite some time. Speaking of single moms, I'm a single mom, and because of that, I love working with single women and trying to help them grow their families. And it kills me to say that it has been so difficult for single moms to match over the past year that we have had to put a hold on taking single women. It kills me. But we're telling single women, start the process, because I think a lot of consultants I think I was the last to finally say we can't take any more single women. I encourage you, if you can't work with any other consultants, to start the process on your own. I'm really hoping that at the beginning of next year, we'll be able to start back up and take a few single women. The problem is, while everybody else has always said, oh, it's so much harder for single women to match, I have never believed that, and I've never experienced that until now. There's a lot fewer adoption situations. There's way more adoptive families. There's way more single women, and expectant mamas are not choosing single women as much as they used to. I don't know why. I hope that will change. And I just don't want to take someone's money if I can't feel like I can serve them the way they want to be ultimately served. Because all that's going to do is have them be upset with us, and I don't want that. That's one thing. Okay, there's some good news in this. The good news is that our wait list has dwindled. So if somebody is on the fence thinking about working with us, we can probably get you started right away, at least this week. And the other thing, there's a couple other things we're not taking right now. We are getting a lot of inquiry notices from white families wanting to adopt white babies or white Hispanic with no drug exposure. It doesn't really exist. It's a unicorn. So we have been writing back anyone who is putting that on our form to just let you know that it really doesn't exist. What we are seeing, and I know I've mentioned it here, but it's worth repeating because I've been seeing a lot more of it lately than I have in a while, that most of the white expectant mamas that we are seeing make adoption plans are also using opioids on a daily basis. Now, it's scary, and it may not be as awful as you think it is in your head. So I encourage you to do the research before you talk to anyone, before you kind of make any decisions, so that you can go in with your eyes open. I don't want you to be totally surprised and say, oh, she said that, but Other people say something different. That's not true. I know I can get this. We're such and such, we have a lot of money. We live in a good house. We are good looking. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's just the realities of adoption. So if that's what people are looking for, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to help you right now. Listen, when I started the adoption process, things looked very different than they do now. And things change all the time, but right now opioids is still a really big thing, and fentanyl. We're seeing a lot of fentanyl. The third thing is New York families. While I've always been one of the few consultants who work with families from New York families have to match through a New York licensed agency or an attorney who will match with somebody licensed in New York. I know quite a few of them, but everybody's lists are maxing out. And so right now I have fewer, and I don't want to bring on a New York family if by the time they go to sign up with agencies, there's nowhere to send them. I'm saying all this so that you can get a picture of what's happening in the adoption world right now and why we're making the decisions that we're making, as hard as they are. It tears us apart because we want to work with everyone. I also want to throw out there that we are in desperate need of more Black families to adopt, or more interracial Black-white families, or families with Black or biracial children. More and more expectant mamas whose babies are going to either be full African American or biracial African American are wanting a family that looks at least partly like the baby, or at least is represented. And so if you know any Black families who are on the fence, we get calls weekly asking if we have families who are either Black or biracial. There's a huge, huge need out there. Wishing you all a beautiful weekend, and tune in because you never know what I'll talk about next time. Oh, thanks, Sissy, for taking my puppy out. That's nice. Bye.